I just got it. Aubrey with a Y. Megan had to explain it to me. Hello, Leandra. You're on now, Megan.
Hello. Hello, hello. Leandra, you guys are in Japan now, right? What time is it in Japan?
Japan?
Japan. We moved to Japan.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome from Japan.
Welcome. Ni hao? Just kidding, I don't know anything. But I think
Is that a thing?
Ni hao? I think that's how you say hi in Japan.
Well, say hi when you get on. We're going to get started here in a second. We usually don't talk before this, but when the countdown's going, that's okay. We'll just roll with it. Say hi when you get on. We got...
11:40 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
That's so crazy.
That is crazy. Well, we're live. We're here.
What
Come
is
on.
up?
We here, everybody.
We here.
We here.
We
We
here.
here. Hey, say what's up. Megan is my special guest tonight. This is my wife.
Hi.
For those of you that don't know Megan, this is Megan.
I'm
Anthony
Megan.
Thran checking in. You don't know Anthony, do you?
Hi, Anthony Thran. No, I don't.
Okay, so-
but I've heard you talk about him.
Yeah. Anthony and I go way back. Hey, if you can hear us, okay, talk.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
If you can hear us okay, let us know in the comments. Say, what's up? I hear you. You look amazing. A for Aubrey. Megan for Megan.
Megan.
All right, so here's what's going down tonight. Next week I have a special guest coming in. One of my friends, guy from our church.
Oh, I'm not special.
No, I'm just letting people
I'm just
know.
kidding.
Okay, yeah.
Kidding.
He is a chiropractor, and he makes me feel better, but also very
Our whole
knowledgeable
family.
in a lot of things. And one of the cool things I love about him is how he connects God to what he does. And so we're gonna have a conversation about that beautiful song. Thank you, Beast B. I love it. Rayson says he can hear us just good. So we're gonna have him next week. So make sure you're here at 9:30 p.m. Now we have to say Central Standard Time since we have somebody from Japan.
Yeah.
So hey, at 11:30 a.m. your time in Japan, make plans because I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna be asking about miracles.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a big topic. A lot of people don't think that miracles happen anymore. And he's got a really cool perspective of it. And I've got a really cool perspective that God is really kind of messing with me. Beast B, I'm not sure who you are, but I'm wondering if this is your song.
Hi, Beast
maybe.
B.
Maybe this is Beast B's song.
Is this a Beast B song?
I don't know. But we're going to go a little lo-fi here. How about a little lo-fi? How about daydreaming? There
Ooh,
we go.
daydreaming.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
the one. That's
So-
the one.
That's going to be next week. Super excited about that. But tonight, I have Megan, and we just wanted to do some live Q&A with you. Like, just ask some questions. We've got some questions in case you guys don't. But, like, we're wide open, okay? This is how wide open we are. So, I have my hoodie on, and I was in my underwear. But I'm just sharing with you guys how wide open we are, okay?
I'm sitting on a bar stool, and he said, oh gosh, we're about to start. I better go put some pants on. I was like, it doesn't matter. They can't see the bottom half of you. Just do it in your underwear.
And I said, what if somebody asks, like, do you have pants on? Because, you know, like people in Zoom during the whole pandemic, like they'd get busted wearing like underwear and a suit jacket. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's how wide open we are, okay? You can ask us life, marriage, parent, as long as it's appropriate. Let me say that. Okay.
Appropriate.
Church, anything.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
What else?
Banking.
Banking. Yeah. So we're open. If you have questions, just post that in the comments. We'd love to answer that. Well, it looks like everybody can hear us okay.
Banking's kind of random. I just said that because that's what I do.
Yeah, but
during the day.
People might have questions about that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you haven't said hi, say hi. Let us know that you're here today. I'm going to shut this door real quick because it's driving me nuts. Our dog just came in and it's driving me nuts. So.
Okay. Hi, Rachel. I'm going to say hey to everybody. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Deb.
Deb, let's go.
Deb.
I just gave Deb an applause. You can't hear it because you don't have headphones, but I just gave Deb an applause. Way to go, Deb. All right, so Megan, let's start. You've got a little, I see here. We're kind of like, we didn't plan.
We didn't plan.
No, so.
He asked me today about 7:30 if I wanted to be on the YouTube tonight.
On the tube?
On the tube. And so I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know what to say.
So we're really relying on your questions.
Yeah, so
send
please.
Them in. Ashley is here with me. Hi, Ashley Sanchez.
Submit your questions. Ask anything. Ask the first thing that comes to your mind.
That might not be a good idea. Maybe like... Okay, anyways, so Megan, you brought this. John C. Maxwell. I don't know if it'll adjust. I don't have it on auto exposure.
Okay, so it's called John Maxwell, the Maxwell Daily Reader. It's 365 days of insight to develop the leader within you and influence those around you. I've been reading this book and then another one every single day.
So that's the first question that we just made up.
Yeah.
What book are you reading? Is that the one you're reading?
Yeah, I'm reading this, and then I'm also doing a Joyce Meyer's Confident Woman Daily Devotional. And then I also, I kind of paused, but I need to pick it back up. But Millionaire Mindset is the other book.
What's something great about that one?
The Millionaire Mindset? Yeah. I think so far it's just been how a lot of your mindset whenever you are an adult comes from how you were brought up as a child. And so your thoughts and your behaviors often come from your parents. And so if your parents always said, no, we don't have money for that, or no, we don't do this, a lot of time your behavior with money or wealth or anything like that comes from the behaviors that you learn growing up. So
I'm listening.
That's what I've taken.
You just sparked something.
That's what I've taken out of it so far. I'm only like in chapter 2, so I'm not very far.
Okay, you answer Rayson's question while I'm pulling this up because you sparked something with mindset.
Okay.
That I think.
Do you brush your teeth in the morning before you kiss each other?
What the heck? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
So I'm usually.
Ain't nobody want to smell your stank breath.
I'm usually up out of bed before Aubrey is. I get up and I get in the shower, and he gets up about 15 minutes after I do.
Yeah, because it's pointless.
And wakes the kids up. And so I've usually, but I don't know. I don't know if you've usually brushed your teeth. You probably have not brushed your teeth by then.
By the time we kiss?
Yeah. Because
I brush my teeth.
I'm heading out the door for work.
Yeah, I usually do though. But I brush my teeth at night too. Like here's something, and this is not.
I hope you brush.
This is like not.
Morning.
I feel like it's more
morning and night.
I feel like it's more important at night than morning.
Ooh, no.
Because you have like food and stuff at night.
Yeah, but like.
I mean, your breath stinks in the morning, but it's not like you got like stuff all over them. This is absolutely pointless. We're probably losing people like crazy.
It's just real talk.
No, I love it. Keep the questions coming. Okay, so here's something. For some reason, my email won't pull up. But talking about mindset, this was something. I'm doing this thing called Salt. That's what it's called. Thank you, babe. And it's Salt and Light leadership training, and it's business leaders and all kinds of people from all kinds of different walks, different vocations, all across Oklahoma City, and it's a Christian thing, and it's kind of uniting to see, hey, let's see transformation in our city, right? So it's more important at night. Just learn that. See that? That's the Holy Spirit, you guys. The Holy Spirit is leading me. Anyway, so one of the things we talked about, I had a class, is mindset. And you kind of brought this up. So you're talking about with kids. Well, there's this book. I think it's like Quinn,
Quail?
Kwell, maybe.
Quail,
Anyways, it's
yeah.
this book that's written by somebody named Quell, or Quinn, or Cracker. I don't know.
Cracker?
Anyway, she wrote this book. They did a study of like kids like 8 to 10, and they brought them all together and they gave them puzzles. And like some kids got the puzzle and they said, no, this is too hard. So they took it back and asked for an easier puzzle. And then some of the kids would complete a puzzle and keep coming back because they wanted harder puzzles. And so they came up with this things like fixed mindset, growth mindset. And here's I need to pull this up is what I need to do.
Pull it up.
Yes. So fixed mindset versus growth mindset. This is good. Do you have a fixed mindset or do you have a growth mindset? And I'll show you some of the I'll show you some of the things of fixed mindset and growth mindset. We're flying here, guys. This is not planned, so stick with us. I think this is good stuff. I'm glad you brought that up. If I could remember the password for my email, that'd be awesome. I don't know my password. Nope.
You want to see something funny? This is just where my little where's the thing? Okay, you can't see it because the light's too bright. But funny that we're talking about that because it's not the right date, but this is just where my little bookmarker thing was. But the topic of that day was it's a mindset. So I think mindset we were destined to talk about mindset.
Yeah, if I could find it, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but
why don't you just read it from your phone?
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So anyways, fixed mindset avoids challenges. Okay, so these are the kids that gave the hard puzzles back and said, this is too hard, right? Avoids challenges, ignores feedback, doesn't want feedback about anything. Threatened by others' successes.
Wow.
A fixed mindset is threatened by other people winning. Like, that's crazy. A fixed mindset desires to look smart. So they wear glasses like that so they look smart.
Come on, man.
Here's a weird laugh. My kids recorded this one. Listen. You can't hear it, but they heard it. It's funny. It's a weird laugh. But desire to look smart. A fixed mindset desires to look smart because they're worried about the image and that kind of stuff. Gives up easily, a fixed mindset, and has fixed abilities. In other words, like, this is what I have to work with and it can't be anymore, you know. A growth mindset is perseveres in the face of failures. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Perseveres in the face of failures. Effort is required to build new skills. So they understand, like, I can build new skills and there's effort. It doesn't just fall in my lap. Finds inspiration in other successes. That's huge. Like, that's huge that you can look at others and not be like jealous and, you know what I mean? But you're like, oh, well, if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. Accepts criticism, desires to learn, and builds their abilities. Fixed versus growth mindset. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? If anybody's still on here. Yeah, we got a few people on here. That's good. Tell us here's what I want you to put.
And what do you think you are?
Yeah, are you fixed or are you, this mic is driving me nuts tonight. In the comments, tell us, are you fixed or are you growth? Now, the good thing is that you can do things. If you're like, I don't like what I am, you can do things to get better. But I want to know right now, are you fixed or are you growth? Put it in the comments. Right now.
Right this second.
I'm putting my watch on because look at that tan line. See that tan line?
I do see that.
That's embarrassing.
I have one too.
Apparently, people are scared to write fixed or growth.
What do you think you are, Aubrey?
I'm growth for sure. Naturally, like, just growth. I naturally think that way. I love criticism. I love, like, Like I could probably even be addicted to like counseling
Mm.
because I think it's so awesome that somebody helps you find what you're weak at and fix it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm definitely a growth mindset for sure. What about you?
I'd say I'm kind of half and half. Can you be half and half?
Heck
Can you
yeah,
have a
can.
fixed growth mindset?
Yes.
I would say I probably lean more towards growth mindset, but
Mhm.
there are definitely things on the fixed mindset. Like I'm not always good at criticism. Sometimes I can get defensive. Like we were driving in the car this morning having a conversation, and
That was right.
he was right. I'll admit it. He was right.
That's part of the problem when you have to tell your spouse you're right. Like on me, that's
Oh.
the problem, not you.
Yeah. Rachel says, I hope I am growth. I absolutely know my kids are growth.
Yes. I think it's so important too, because as I learned this, I looked at our kids and some of the things they're very growth
Mm-hmm.
and some of the things they're very fixed.
Yeah.
And so we've even had conversations since I did this
Mm-hmm.
with our kids. Like, hey guys, you know,
Yeah.
we had a thing the other day where we were vacuuming a room and Hadley had to vacuum this room and she couldn't get it the way that she knows it's expected. The vacuum wasn't working properly, but there was other vacuums there. And so I go in there and I do it and I'm like, hey, I tried the other vacuum, got it super clean. I brought our whole family in there
Yeah.
and was like, listen, guys, what advantage do I have that I was able to get this thing looking the way it's supposed to look and you didn't?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't bragging on myself, but the difference was I didn't quit.
Yeah.
Like I figured it out. If that vacuum doesn't work, I'm going to try another vacuum. If that one doesn't work, I'll try another vacuum. You know, like you don't quit. You get to figure it out,
Yeah.
you know? And so I was like, that's, you know, of course, being the father, I'm like, that's what Sanchez's do. We don't quit. We figure things out. We're leaders. I'm like Coach Aubrey over here, like, yeah, let's go. Sanchez on 3, you know?
That's true.
But I'm like, I want us to be that way. Yeah, you can be both for sure. And you know what? I think you have to be growth in certain areas. I'm probably like, I would lean more. Is it Leandra or Leandra? I say Leandra.
I say Leandra.
I-
Tell us if it's on or
How can
Ann.
she tell us? Oh yeah, on
or Ann.
Anna. Anyways, like I think it's important to be both because I could probably be too far growth and not enough fixed when I need to be.
Yeah.
Where you're probably more fixed, but can be growth where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like being married, I think that's important because
you balance each other out.
Yeah, you ground me a lot because I would just like, you know, like I would probably do that. And so I think probably being both is probably pretty healthy
Mm-hmm.
if you're the right mindset in the right areas.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
you don't want to be growth mindset in marriage and the fact of like, well, I'm always looking for a better spouse. You know what I mean? Like that's not good, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you could definitely be both. I hope I'm growth. I absolutely know my kids are growth. So fixed mindset, growth mindset. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that people, and you're probably this way, have a hard time with feedback. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You always accept feedback, but you always get mad first. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, well, it's funny.
You've gotten better though.
It's funny though. I think with feedback for me, I don't know. Maybe I think sometimes it's just uncomfortable, and it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. Like in situations, like we have annual reviews every year, at work, and so you know, a lot of times, like sitting in these things, it's uncomfortable for me because you know they're telling you, you know, things that you're excelling at and things that you know you need to work better in, and so you know, trying to understand.
It's Anne. Megan is right.
I'm right.
Gosh.
Trying to listen, to what they're saying and take it and stuff. But also for me, sometimes I feel uncomfortable. I mean, even if it's right, I don't know why. Sometimes it's hard for me to accept
Well, I think
a compliment. I feel uncomfortable.
And sometimes that's why you get mad. Not you. I mean, all of us, is because they're right.
Yeah.
A lot of the times leaders will point something out that you already know, and you're kind of more mad at yourself.
Oh yeah.
Crap. I
Yeah.
should have been doing that already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you're just jumping on, say, hey, we've got some new people jumping on here. Would love for you to say hi. It's live Q&A with Megan and I.
Yep. And if you're new and you have not subscribed, you can head on over to YouTube and smash that sub button.
It's smash the like button.
Oh, I just wanted to say it.
But
I don't know the right terms.
no, it's okay. Thanks, babe. So fixed growth mindset. Here's the book I'm reading. And I've been in this one for a while because it's a lot, and it's called The Miracle Morning. I have auto exposure off on my camera. That's why it's so bright, but it's called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And it's about how consistency in your morning can literally change your life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called The Lifesavers. It's meditation, visualization, prayer, journaling, that kind of stuff. And it's not all Christian, but it can apply to a Christian's life, and just how doing those things, affirmations, reading affirmations over yourself, that kind of stuff. And so that's a book that I've really dived into, just creating that for knowing who I need to be to go where I feel like God's created us to go. You know what I mean? I think that's so huge. Speaking of, go ahead.
I was just going to share something. I've mentioned a couple of books that I've been reading, but I've kind of paused because I've been listening to podcasts on my way to work in the morning. And so I've been listening to the Rachel Hollis podcast, every single day, because I think she's awesome. But there was one that I listened to. It's called Building a Morning Routine as a Spiritual Practice. And it's kind of similar to the Miracle Morning, and talking about, the different thing, the way you set up your morning is indicative of how your day is going to go. And so building healthy habits. Does it make me look smart?
Yes, with your glasses and everything.
That's my fixed mindset.
You look so growth mindset right now.
I'm so fixed mindset looking growth mindset. But anyway, it was really good, and just taking time and building practices that will set you up for success during your day. It was a really, really good episode of the podcast. So if you want to go check it out, Rachel Hollis.
I literally know no password. I can't get into I'm trying to sign in so I can put it on the screen. I can put stuff on the screen, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to sign in, and I can't sign into my email, and I can't sign into Instagram because I saw this thing, and I think I reposted it on my story that was about great things for creating a routine. So follow me on Aubrey Sanchez if you don't already, and look at that story and go check out that post. It was awesome. All right, let's look back. We had a couple of questions. Let's see here. Do you brush your teeth? If you have a question, let us know. We'd love to answer your questions. Rayson, Ashley, I know you guys have questions. How's y'all's church going? Are y'all still in Norman? That's a lot of y'alls for somebody in Japan. Yes, we are still in Norman.
Yep.
The church is going well. It's been a wild year.
Yep.
Or 2 years now. We're walking through some transitioning and some shifting. God's really clarified a lot of things in our life over the last couple of years, and we're excited about some of the things that are happening right now that we haven't even really said yet.
No.
And so there's some exciting things going on. You need to get yourself a password book. Laugh out loud.
Hi, Gladys.
Well, the problem is I use Safari to put up on this thing, and all my passwords are in Google Chrome.
Oh. Do you have your passwords in your password thing? on your phone?
Yes. That's why I don't have any passwords. Passwords. So, yeah, things are going well. We are in Norman.
Yep.
Some exciting stuff happening, man. I can't wait to share more as we nail it all down. But
we have been primarily online for the last COVID time.
Yeah, since March 15th.
Since March 15th of
We've had a few in-person things.
2020, yeah. A few in person, but online every single week. So you can check us out on Sundays at 10:30 on Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube those mornings, or you can watch at any time.
Yeah. That's what's really cool is you can literally watch anytime. It's not limited to, like, you can watch in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be in a building at 10:30 in the morning.
I think at 10:30 in the morning, it's probably like midnight in Japan.
But you don't,
right?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You watch it at 10:30 your morning. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So it's been really cool. We've learned a lot of stuff. God's really shaken us up a lot.
Yep.
And I think he's shaking a lot of things up, and I'm excited about where it's headed. So thank you for asking. Anything else here? It's important at night because you want to clean off all the gunk from the day, especially if you've had sugar. Well, I don't eat sugar, so just kidding. I eat way too much sugar. I'm a Texan.
Texas.
Okay, do you have anything else? Oh my gosh, it's already been 25 minutes
Oh my.
of us rambling, and people are still on here. This is amazing.
Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, you guys shoot some questions at us. Come on.
Shoot. Pew,
Come on.
pew.
Give us a question.
What are you drinking, Aubrey? I'll ask you a question while.
It's
Although
tea.
I know, but
What kind of tea is it?
this is Peach Tranquility.
It's good.
It's a Tiavana tea.
I like it. Okay, here's a question for you, Megan.
Okay.
What is something you've learned in the last 2 years?
Something I've learned.
And you guys can answer that in the comments too. Through this whole COVID thing, through life getting kind of shaken.
Yeah.
Oh, look, shook the old desk. What have you learned? What's something you've learned?
Oh gosh, that's tough. I even thought of something before we started this.
You did?
Yeah. I think throughout COVID's just kind of shown me, and I think shown our family, and just what things are actually important. I don't know. I feel like a lot of, and two, just how important family is. I think, just with the transition that the church has gone through and being online and all of that, some people aren't in our lives now that used to be, and not that that's bad. I mean, I think it's just, you go through seasons of life, and
if you've struggled
people-
with that, like relationships and stuff, go watch the last week's live. I talked a lot about that. That's okay. Like, it's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to let people go.
yeah,
And I don't mean outgrow and like, I'm better than you. Like,
Yeah.
A lot of people that we were close to, we've just gone different directions in the last.
yeah.
2
Well,
years.
and I think honestly, I think that's one of the biggest things that I don't know that I've learned. I think I've known this just because it's kind of been a pattern of my whole life. Relationships have been seasonal. Throughout my entire life, just from moving, whenever I was younger, moving when we got married, just throughout your life. But what I would say, what I've learned is that a lot of that is by design. Like, I think it's rare when people have relationships that they've had throughout their entire life.
Those are few and far between. And I
Yeah.
think that's part of, like, for us, why family has been so, like, brought back to the center for
Right.
us, is because those are people that are with you.
Right.
And that's not the case for everybody. I understand. But for us, we have a great support system.
Yeah.
And
And I used to view it as a negative thing, but I think over the last 2 years, I've kind of seen it more as a positive thing, and especially just here lately, because I've learned that the relationships that come and go in your life it's not bad that they go. It just means that you're kind of growing in different directions. But the key thing is that you're growing.
Yeah.
Because I think if you stay in relationships, a lot of times like things aren't growing and you're kind of just stagnant. So
yeah, that's good. That's good. Relationship patience for me, Rayson says. Patience, yes. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Ooh, that's good.
I feel like God, and I'll just share this stuff. I don't care. Like, it feels like God put a pause button on us, like just like with church, everything in it. I can't tell you how many times we're like, let's start services again. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I mean, people after people, when are you gonna get back with services? I'm like, I didn't have an answer except I don't feel a release to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't scared. Like, it was just like God said, pause.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's starting to make sense, but patience is hard, especially Rayson. I know you, and you're a builder, you're an entrepreneur, like, and it's in your blood, just like it's in mine to build.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, build. I gotta build, and God's like, no, pause.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, ready now, God. Nope, pause,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful for that now, because now I see if I wouldn't have paused, I probably would have built something away from where he's leading us now.
Mm-hmm.
And so
It's like a pruning season. Like you're pruning off the things that you don't need to take to the next season with you.
Yeah. Megan, you better preach, girl. Come on, Megan's dropping some truth bombs on y'all. You better give her some likes or something, man. You better go subscribe if you want Megan to come back. You like how I did that? You better go subscribe if you want Megan to come back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna post real quick the
link.
Yeah, the link. If you have not subscribed, I would love for you to do that. We're gonna do this every Wednesday night. And for those of you that may be new, like, this is the long version because I love doing lives and I love interacting with people, but we do post a shorter version without all the other stuff in it. So actually tomorrow we'll post last week's shorter video and we'll post this week's shorter video. So if you are like, well, I don't like listening to everybody talk, because I know there's some of you that say that exactly like that. But if you're not into that, then that's cool. You can just go back and... What am I doing? Okay, you talk about what Leandra says. Here, let me put it.
I always say that God puts people in our life for a reason and removes them for a reason, all in His time. That is so true.
Yes, it is true.
Yes,
it is true. And I think what's hard about that is, like, it's not... I mean, something that we've said, Megan, is... Here we go, copy link. Here we go. Guys, I'm slow tonight. Must be that tea. All right, posted. There you go.
Posted. Hit that sub.
That's... Smash the subs. We're pros, can you tell? No, it really does mean a lot if you subscribe to us. I just started this channel, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. I've always just felt like it's something I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I wrote down in 2016, I'd show you guys, but I probably can't find the password. I wrote down in 2016, your online following will always be larger than your physical following. So thank you guys. It really means a lot to us because we feel like this is calling. Like, this isn't just, hey, let's get on here and jack around. Like, we feel like this is a calling for us. And so it means a lot to us that you would spend some time. So go follow that link. If you're on Facebook and you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would take a minute and subscribe. Something that I've been learning is the prefix re. R-E, re. And you see it, especially in like Christian words, you see it a lot, like repentance, revival, you see re a lot. And when you think about what it means, it's like back. It's redoing, like it's back to original intention or back to the main thing. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me the last couple of years is it's been like a re-season for me, you know, or like renewed, you know what I mean? I'm taking you back to a point when you weren't exhausted, you know, revived. I'm bringing back life. So this re-season, I think, has been, I said last week that crisis clarifies priorities. And I feel like this last 2 years for me has been a lot of re. It's not new, it's re. Like, here's what's important. Your calling. I see what you're doing. Yeah. But let me take you back to the original intention of what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like stripping off the fluff and taking you back to re. And I think that's been big for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think that goes along with what Rachel said. She said she's learned that it's okay to slow down. I think that you couldn't, I mean, you could, but you wouldn't necessarily recognize it as soon. But like, that's what COVID has been a gift. The last 18 months has been a gift because it's allowed us, really forced us to slow down. And to evaluate, you know, things that are important and return to those things.
Yeah. Let us know something that maybe God has read in your life. read. Is there something that over this last, like, you know, I've talked to a lot of people working from home. They're like, man, I need to spend more time with my family. Like, I don't want to go back to just working all the time. Like, I've enjoyed being around my family. Maybe that's something for you. Like what is something that you've learned in this last, it's really been 2 years now, almost 2 years of this whole disruption in our life. Yeah. What is something that is not necessarily new, but it's like taking you back to, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Maybe it's a dream you have, you know, maybe it's something that you gave up on because you thought, sometimes you just grow up and give up on things because you're like, oh, well, you can't do it that way. Or you can't do it that way. Or that's not how you're supposed to do it. And I feel like that's happened with me a lot is like, no, if God put it in me, then that's what I need to be doing, not everything else, you know? And so what's something God has shown you? Maybe if you have something, put it in the comments. We'd love to see that. I always say that, God, I've learned that it's okay to slow down. I was trying to find this. Gosh, this is making me mad. I usually prepare all this stuff. So like I have it so I can just like switch over. But since today we're kind of just doing a live Q&A.
Pause if you must.
Pause if you must, but don't stop. Let me see if I can get this up here. This is something that really, I need to buy this, but my wife won't buy it for me, so you guys need to pray for her. Oh!
What are you talking about?
That's
you need to buy?
This, I love this poster.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to show him right now. Nobody's answering.
Are you guys asleep?
Or bored, maybe. Oh, there you go. Pause if you must, but don't stop. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
Pause. That's actually like a picture.
Oh, how cool.
It's a canvas.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
You need to buy it for me.
Okay.
I can put it right above here.
I'll buy it for you for Father's Day.
Oh, gosh. For those of you that don't know us, maybe you're just checking it out. We have a long-standing... I'm just going to tell you this. Everything I want is one day I'm going to get for Father's Day. And one day I'm going to have a phenomenal Father's Day.
It's going to be so amazing.
It's going to be so crazy.
It's imminent.
I'm going to get so much stuff. Reevaluating my life and relationship with God, like possibly going back to school.
Wow.
And also making one-on-one time with God.
That's awesome.
That's great, Leandra.
Leandra.
I love that. You know, that's one of the things. I haven't had a coffee with a guy this morning. And I'm trying to word this without, not that it's bad. I just don't want to say it in a bad way. Like, he's frustrated because, especially where we live. I mean, I don't know about Japan, but especially where we live, here in Norman, Oklahoma, people are really good at religious activity without relationship with God.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm in the same place. I'm just like, man, like, if God's not in this, why? Like, I don't want to go through the motions, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it because that's what you're supposed to do. I want to do it because God's in it, you know? And I think Leandra, COVID exposed a lot of that with people, is when the religious activity or a service stopped, it exposed your spiritual relationship with God, like your personal relationship with God. All of a sudden, you don't have the band playing for you, or, I mean, you do online, but a lot of people, well, I can't connect with that. Well, that's a personal issue. Like, I'm not saying it's not different being in a room. Like, I get that. But it exposed that a lot of people are really good at religious activity and very bad at personal relationship with God. You know? And I think it's so important that we cultivate that. In fact, we just revisited a series that I did during the pandemic called Two Worlds Collide. And it was all about that, the connection with God and how to cultivate that.
Oh, it was such a good one.
Oh, so good. Like, I could just watch it every week. Not because I'm preaching. It's just like, gosh, if you can get this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're good, you know? So I think you're right down the alley, Leandra. And, you know, I think the importance too is that the things that you're doing, like praying and reading, is not your relationship.
Yeah.
They're tools to cultivate your relationship with God. And praying and reading the Bible and can actually become religious activity without connection with God. You know? And so I think that's where a lot of people, I need to get closer to God, and then we beat ourselves up if we didn't read 6 chapters that day or whatever. No, listen, I could read a sentence, and if I've connected with God in that sentence, like, I've succeeded. You know?
Yeah.
There's times you sit down to pray or turn on worship music and you don't say a word, but you're in the presence of God. And so connection is the key, not activity, you know? So I think you're right. You're going right down the right road there, Leandra. That's how I teach myself. I have to say it slow. Learn it's okay to slow down. I love that. I used to think that, I'm going to put this up so that people can see it. I used to think the way, well, I can't connect with an online service, but then question myself, and really I was just making excuses. I don't want to be harsh, because I think that's a very mature thing for you to say, Leandra. I do think there's something about being in a room too.
Yeah.
But to say I can't connect with God because I'm not in a room is immaturity.
Yeah.
You know, because technically you shouldn't need the room to connect with God.
Well, I mean, that's like saying that, like, listening to your favorite artist, like watching your favorite artist, because we can't go to concerts. Like, there have been concerts over the last 18 months. Okay. So, like, watching your favorite artist, I'm thinking of Coldplay, for example. Like, Coldplay is one of my all-time favorite bands.
I can't listen on Spotify.
And stuff. Well, I can't listen on Spotify. I can't watch it on YouTube or Apple TV or whatever it's on, because it's just not the same as going to the concert. But you know what? Like, there have been times that we've been sitting and watching something, and like, you just feel it. Like, you feel it.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in our living room, and we're both just crying. And it's not that Coldplay is God, but it's that when you feel something. But you can absolutely feel the presence of God through an online service.
And what's crazy is there's been times we've like listened to stuff, and then I've seen them live, and it's been like disappointed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like, man, you were better on Spotify.
You're better on TV than you are in person.
But there are times too when you see it in person, it's like
it's an experience.
It's an experience.
Like U2. We went to a U2 concert several years ago, and man, it was just like, it was an incredible experience. Like, I remember crying there.
Are you crying right
and
now?
I was like, oh my gosh, Bono loves Jesus. And you know, but then like listening to the music, I'm just like, nah, okay. You know.
All good.
Yeah.
Leandra, reading my Bible is where I struggle too because I just flat out hate reading. um, there's a lot of ways too. Like Dwell app is great.
Yeah, Dwell app. Like,
Dwell.
try to listen to it. Maybe listen to audio, like your Bible. If you have the Bible app, it can actually read to you.
Yeah.
You can change the voices and everything. It's kind of fun.
It's neat. So there's ways to do that. I think approaching the Bible, like I taught on this, and man, we're just all Christian stuff tonight, aren't we? I don't always just talk all spiritual stuff, but let's go for it. I taught on this in this last series that we did, the Two Worlds Collide, that we actually read the written word to help us connect with the word.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus says, I'm the word.
Yeah.
He is the word. And so the Bible is not the end all. The Bible is a revelation of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think approaching it that way, as opposed to, I'm just going to read this, like approaching it saying, gee, what do you want to show me about who you are?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the point of the Bible, to point us to the word.
Yeah.
The written word points us to the word. So I think approaching it that way is different too, of like, God, what do you want to show me today through this, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it changes the way you read stuff a lot too.
Yeah.
Leandra, I wasn't picking on you, saying you're immature, by the way. I just read your comment. We should need to go to church. I think I think it's a weird thing right now too, because this has been the largest off ramp from church that really the church has ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma's a little different because it's the Bible Belt, but we're talking like 60% of people aren't going back to church nationwide. Like it's a big, and I think it's dangerous because church does play a role in your life.
Oh yeah.
Now it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be church as we know it, where you go, you sit down, you do 3 songs, an MC comes up and tells you how to give, and then you hear a message, you know? Some of the greatest church I've had in the last 18 months has been conversations with people around coffee or dinner.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was going to, I just got excited to say this, because I think that's one of the hugest things that we've learned over this time is that, church
Well, hang on. Let me finish and then you can do it.
Okay.
I don't want people to say church is not part of your life, because it's important.
Oh yeah.
And not necessarily, it doesn't have to be Sunday church. You know what I mean? But you need a pastor in your life. You need people in your life.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's important. So
Yeah.
I don't want people to lose that.
Well, that's
and say, well, technically, well, if I can have personal, what do I need that? No, there are voices that you need in your life. And I would say even instead of pastors, even, because pastor means so many things to so many people. You need a voice in your life guiding you. And I think that's a big reason we started this channel was I think there's people that need a voice in their life that can be like, and you and I think a little bit differently than, especially when it comes to church and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's people that need to hear that for their relationship with Jesus,
Yeah.
So.
Well, what I was going to say is that what we've learned over this time is that more than church just being something you go to on a Sunday morning and worship and a message, is how important community is with it. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things we've taken out of this is it's more than just, and we always used to say it, like Wake on Sunday mornings, we are more than just a church. We're a family and we're about people, but it's
yeah, and then a service stops
and the service stops.
Nobody talks to each other anymore.
Yeah. And
that's not family.
And so we were all online.
That was rude. I'm sorry.
We were all online, and then we started doing these groups at our house and having people over, and man, we're like, this is where it's at. It's having community with people and, loving God, loving people, impacting a community. Looks like having community and fellowship with people, and talking about God and worshiping Him, but it doesn't have to look like that, like a Sunday morning church. But it is important. If you are going online, yes, I agree with what you're saying. You don't have to go to a church, but it is important to have a community of people that you can do life with.
That is so much better. This thing was like right in my face. It was driving me nuts. I don't take anything personal. I don't take anything personal. I just love lives because makes me feel like we're actually chatting face to face. Oh, love lives. Okay,
Love
I was like,
lives.
hang on a second. I'm slow tonight, guys. So I'm just rambling. No, I love it. That's why I want to do these lives. In fact, thank you, Leandra. You are welcome to any live that we ever do.
Sure, come on.
Because that's part of the heart of why I want this. I don't want it to be me preaching. I mean, I
Yeah.
prepare stuff most of the time just so it's not like, hey, what's up? And if nobody asks a question, there's nothing to do. But this is what I love. I mean, I feel like this is a big part of this channel. Anything else? Who do we still have watching? Say hi if you're still on here. Say what's up. Let us know if you're enjoying this. If you're not, tell us why you're not and what would make you enjoy it. I'm kidding. I like feedback. I'm a growth mindset. What can I say? If this is helping you, let us know in the comments. You text me.
Stephanie Comer. She texted me and said, "Girl, you live. It's late."
Oh, that's your boss.
That's my boss.
You better be on time to work tomorrow. She on?
I don't know. Stephanie Comer, are you on?
Tell her to get on. Rayson says hi. He's still here. Rayson,
Hi, Rayson.
I heard that you got rerouted in your journey today. Sorry, I'm watching Megan text. This is really awkward. I know. Lori Inman Simpson, what's up?
Lori!
Oh my gosh, awesome.
Another Texan.
Texans in the house. You know, that's been a weird thing too for us. We've lived in so many different places.
Yeah.
Well, Lori, we actually
know
actually
Lori
met you
from
guys
here.
in Norman, but
Yep.
We've lived so many places. It's crazy, like how many friends we have in different places.
Sometimes I get confused about where they're from.
Yeah.
I have to. It takes a second to realize which season of life.
Sometimes
they're
I
from.
forget where I live, and then I go outside, and I'm like,
Sometimes,
we're not
yeah,
in
that's
Miami
true.
anymore.
Yep.
Everything dies here and turns like brown and weird. It doesn't stay green, but big detour. Well, Rayson, it sounds like it was a good thing. Lori, are you guys doing well?
How's your house? Is it done?
They built a house?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
In Wichita Falls.
Wichita Falls, Texas. Out there and everybody.
All that and everything else.
I went to a wedding. I was in a wedding in Wichita Falls one time.
Yeah.
At it was probably like First Baptist, Wichita Falls or something.
First
I don't know.
Baptist Wichita Falls.
Yeah. Well, and house is
that
done.
Hallelujah.
That's incredible. Houses are fun. We're enjoying our house.
Yeah.
What else? We got anything else? I feel like oh my gosh, it's 10:30.
10:30.
That's why Stephanie texted you.
I know. She's like,
This has
"Get to
flown
bed."
by. Have we really been on here for an hour?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you guys are still here. You're
Thank you
troopers.
guys. I hope you found something.
If this did add value to
Good.
you, yeah, if this added value to you, we would love if you would subscribe, like. We'll post a shorter version of this video if you'd like to share. Maybe there was something you're like, man, so-and-so needs to hear this. We'd love for you to share. I haven't even been over on YouTube. Let's see who's watching on YouTube. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys.
Y'all are so good.
God is so good. Okay,
He's so good.
if you want Megan to sing a song, let me know in the comments.
Aubrey.
Type sing in the comments if you want Megan to sing a song. If there's a specific song that you would like Megan to sing, then I would like for you to type that in the comments as well, okay? Megan, we're clapping for you already. I just hit the clap emoji, or not emoji. Okay? They're clapping for you already.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, guys. Don't leave me hanging. Sing. Rayson says sing.
I knew Rayson was going to say
Yep.
it.
Yep. Way to go, Rayson. Good job. I hear something. You hear something? Oh, it's my phone. Okay, Rayson says sing. Rayson, let us know what song you would like her to sing. Who else says sing?
Singing.
Come on, guys. Don't leave me hanging
I'm
here.
in the-
I need at least 5 sings. Oh, Lori.
Dang, Lori.
Dang. God is bigger than the boogeyman.
Oh, I could sing. I could
That's-
sing God is bigger than.
heck
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Coming
That's-
in hot.
That's
Coming in hot.
the Andy Mineo.
I know.
That's a good song. That's Hadley's Lori, that's Hadley's soccer pump up song. She gets all jacked up.
We like Andy Mineo. Look at the wrist.
Look at up, wrist. Yeah, Andy Mineo's his new album's good too. Okay, well let's start with God is bigger than the boogeyman. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
When I'm lying in my bed and the furniture starts creaking, I just laugh and say, hey, cut that out and get back to my sleeping, 'cause I know that God is bigger and he's watching all the while. But when I get scared, I'll close my eyes and smile. God is bigger than the boogeyman. He's bigger than Godzilla or the monsters on TV. Oh, God is bigger than the boogeyman, and he's watching over you and me.
I think
Probably.
we changed keys.
Probably.
That was good. I was trying to add the
So
harmony.
are
in,
you
but
frightened? No, not really.
You
Are
know, like, the
worried?
whole
Not
song.
a bit. I know whatever's gonna happen, that God can handle it. I'm sorry that I scared you when you're
what you
watching
guys don't know
on
about
TV.
Megan.
Well, that's okay, because now I know
And-
that God is taking care of me. God is bigger than
Okay,
the...
so okay. Here's what you guys don't know about Megan. Megan is like, and Hadley's the same way.
Yep.
They should be on the spelling bee song, or not song,
Singing bee.
the singing bee. Like Megan remembers lyrics to songs. And Hadley's the same way. Like she'll hear a song and like sing every word of it. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's true. The other day in the car, Hart goes, Mom, how do you know this song? And I was like, I don't know. I heard it the other day. And he's like, and you know it?
yeah, Megan would crush that. All right, do you want Coming In Hot?
Well, we say that, and then now I don't know. All I know is coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. That's all I know.
That was good, Megan. Way to go.
Coming in hot.
You really sold out on God is
Coming
Bigger.
in hot.
It's good. Leandra enjoyed you. I love that. You're so cute, Megan. Lol.
Lol.
LOL. All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up. If you have something you want to ask, feel free to post that in the comments. If you're watching the replay, we'll come back, revisit all the comments. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to YouTube, please go do that. I will post this link right here. We will be back here next week with the one and only Dr.
Brent DeLong.
Dr. Brent DeLong.
Best chiropractor ever.
Yes. And we're going to be talking about miracles, the body. Do miracles still happen? It's going to be good stuff. So make sure you jump in, join us, go over there and subscribe. I just posted that. I think I posted it, didn't I? Yeah, I posted it. Yeah, I did.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, you guys give some hearts, give some likes, a subscribe from Megan for joining us today. You were awesome, babe.
Thanks.
Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks, dude.
You made it a lot more fun, that's for sure. Thank you guys for joining us. It really does mean a lot. Aubrey with a Y. We out.